Hello, a day with Caleb. We're back with a pickups video. This one pretty cool. Kind of a lot of stuff in various categories. First off, wearing does somebody need a hug? And this is not just for Christmas time. This is like a anytime shirt. Even though it's probably most fitting around the holiday season, we are far removed from the holiday season, and we do have a holiday themed VHS. But we'll start first with this guy, the Eiffel Tower. I do have a bigger version, probably like a 10 to 12 inch Eiffel Tower that does light up. When I did study abroad. I did study in the UK, close to Oxford. I didn't go to school in Oxford. Not smart enough for that. But a local college, well, a branch of a college I went to in Tennessee, Crown College. There was a branch in the UK, and my cousin was in Oxford while I was there, so I would be with her and her family during the weekends. But anyway, my roommate went to Paris. I could not go to Paris. We tried to work it out. The last weekend we had free. The weekend before we came back to the States, we had both planned to maybe try and work it out to go to Paris together. I had to teach a class which was kind of, I wouldn't say mandatory, but I was the only one that could teach it. And it was part of my grade that I needed to pass. So I couldn't manage to go to Paris, but he did bring me back the light up Eiffel Tower as a gift, considering he also he needed to do the class, but his wasn't as much of a need as mine was. So anyway, got this. We had a yard sale, that's where I was going, and this we had because our bathroom is themed in the UK theme. Since I did go there, Josh still needs to go. We're trying to work that out in the future. I would love to go back and go to Paris for the first time, go to Disneyland Paris, go to Belfast where the Titanic Museum is, go to the Warner Brothers studio and see the Harry Potter movie sets and all that. Jack the Ripper walking tour. There's a bunch of stuff I still have yet to do. We could explore on the weekends, but we didn't have full reign to go wherever we wanted, whenever we wanted. We had responsibilities. Would love to go back when I don't have those responsibilities and just take it all in. We did go to London. We did see the Tower Bridge, Big Ben, the Royal Castle with the Royal Guards and all that. We saw a bunch of stuff, but I would love to go back. Speaking of the Christmas theme, we worked out a deal. I had these on the clamshells. Mary Kay and Ashley, they did clamshells, kind of a compilation of some of these episodes, but I like them individually. So me and Josh kind of worked out a trade. He got the clamshells, I got the single releases. The first one, Case of the Christmas Caper. Then we have the Case of the Mystery Cruise. The Case of the Volcano Mystery. The Case of the Funhouse Mystery. And then my favorite episode, I know it might vary for some of y'all, and if you haven't seen this series, go check it out. The Case of the Logical Eye Ranch. This one's number 1. Thorn Mansion would be number 2. Then probably the Cruise would be number 3 for me. So number 1. Actually, I'm sorry. Thorn Mansion number 1. This would be number 2. Yeah, Thorn Mansion would be number 1. This would be my second favorite. I had a chance to get the Mary Kay and Ashley Fun Club box, but someone swooped in and made a higher offer than I was willing to go. If anybody has the Mary Kay and Ashley Fun Club box there's like pictures, there's autographs, there's a whole bunch. Still on the lookout for that, and I don't want to spend, $200 to $400. The complete ones can go for that. So still on the lookout for that. Then we have some movies from various places, mostly Goodwill. Not Goodwill, eBay. Wreck-It Ralph, we did get this at Smiley's for the $2, but this is one of the ones that I did not check. The digital code was covered here, so all I saw was the DVD. I didn't think to check if the Blu-ray was there. It was not, so I had to get a Blu-ray disc on its own without case or DVD, and I added that to complete this, which was good. Then Godzilla Minus One, been waiting a long time for this, found it on a lot at eBay. Excited to check that out. I've heard nothing but good things about that. Then Josh got this at Smiley's. Then I looked and said, do I have the core? And I did not. So I got this on eBay for like $4. I don't know how people turn a profit when, especially shipping going up. I think it's $3.68, $3.65, something like that. No, $4.63. I'm sorry. It's going up since then, $4.63. So with fees, I don't know how they're making that unless they have a deal where they can get cheaper shipping. 28 days later and 28 weeks later, 28 years later, I believe is in theaters or coming out of theaters. I need to get that once it's out there. But these have been hard to come by since the 28 years later was announced. People went crazy and like jacked prices up and tried selling them, especially the Blu-rays of these two films, like $100 for both or something. Even this was like $50 for a while, this double feature. But I managed to wait. Patience is a virtue. And I think I got this for $18 free shipping, $15, something like that. Then this is neat. The Truth About Charlie. I did notice this at Smiley's, but that copy was horribly scratched, so I got it on eBay. Mark Wahlberg, and this does have another movie, Charade, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, Hitchcock. But this, I don't know what happened there, my voice. This is a good spy thriller movie. kind of like Charade, so that's a good find there. Then Garden State, I had the VHS of this, but the VHS, I think I sold it for $15 minus shipping and fees. I made about $9, and I bought this for $4, so I made $5 to upgrade a movie that I already had. So you can't beat that, really. Then I have the second vacancy. I didn't have the first one. Luke Wilson, Kate Beckinsale. I don't know why I had the second one, not the first one. I think we rented this, and sometimes when we rent, well, you're not renting anything nowadays. You're purchasing it digitally, or you're buying it in store, or ordering it on Amazon or something. But I guess in my mind I always thought I had this, but I didn't. So finally adding that to the collection. That's been a while. What is this, 07? Yeah, 2007. So almost 20 years, 18 years. That's crazy. And then Timeline, I do have this in a set with other films, but the thing I'm trying to do where I get movies that really are important to me, I'm trying to get in every format that they were released. Had this on VHS, I have it on Blu-ray, so I needed the DVD, even though technically I do have it on DVD with the 4-pack, but I wanted it by itself. The only thing, I believe this doesn't have it's missing the insert, which is unfortunate. Actually, I think I got this at Last Chance. I think this is the only one I got, Last Chance. I just popped in there and grabbed this for 50 cents. So now the last thing, I do have a video, actually a couple videos. I've a Spider-Man playlist, it should be on there, but where I go and collect all these Spider-Man Peter Parker autographs. So that was anybody that played the Peter Parker version of Spider-Man, I wanted their autograph. Some I couldn't get a hold of, like the Japanese Spider-Man. There's a few who have since gone on, so those are reprints, but I think 80%, maybe 75% of mine are legitimate with, certificate of authenticity or something verifying that it is the real signature. And I do have these all real signatures, but I think it's so cool to have all three of them together in one picture. I do have them all individually. Toby I have with Kirsten Dunst, but the Kirsten Dunst looks reprinted. I think the Toby one is real, but wanted all three together. The Tom Holland one I have single is probably one of my favorites because it's the iconic scene where he's saving the ship. Then Andrew Garfield, I want to say he's on the web where he's waiting for the lizard, but got them all three together. It's hard to, there we go. And this comes with a certificate of authenticity. I'm not a stickler for that because most of my autographs do not have a COA because I get them in person, and I wouldn't say all my autographs are personalized, but most of them are. Except the Turtles last year at Fanboy, that I think all of them, that came all non-personalized. And the Lord of the Rings, I don't think is personalized. The Mummy is not personalized. So it depends, but this was too cool not to get, especially for the price. The price was good, because triple autos, especially of that caliber, can go for quite a bit. Managed to snag this at a good price. The seller partners with other people to get stuff through the mail, or they're out near California and they can go to places where these people are and get signatures. So that's great. That's one thing I do. I never would want to live in California or Hollywood, just because, it's kind of like Atlanta, the traffic, all the nitty gritty, all the ins and outs. But one thing that would be cool, I think, would you could look up like Jimmy Fallon, all the talk shows around there, all the shows they're filming. You could plan out where you could meet celebrities to have a chance at getting autos like this. The second time we went to LA, we managed to get pictures with celebrities. I did make a video about that. Go back and scroll. I don't think it's in a playlist, but well, it would be, I guess, season 2 or 3 of A Day with Caleb. It would be in one of those playlists. But I talk and show my time in California the second trip. I might have done the first trip too. I'm not sure. That would probably be season 1. But that was cool. And then being on TV and movies, that's fun. But there is a hierarchy, especially Until Death. They position you when you're background, and I was the first chair, the main shot. You would see me that whole shot, but then this girl talked to the people seating us, and she apparently had a deal with somebody, so they moved her into my spot, and then I was scooted back, I think 3 chairs. You can still see me, and this was my first show. She probably lives and breathes that, so you can still see me Until Death. And they cut out a cool scene that I was in. Basically, Brad Garrett's character and the guy from American Pie are kind of arguing over this coffee maker, and me and my girlfriend you can see in the background, we're breaking up. So we have this big fight, and then basically we break up and walk away, and then I come back into frame, I guess, to kind of chase after her. But they cut that scene. That took probably 20 to 30 minutes to shoot, and they cut that. Well, they didn't cut the scene. It's just a tighter frame where you can't see us in the background. Anyway, I could ramble about our time on the big screen, but that's most of the stories are probably in that video, so go check it out. Like, subscribe, share with a movie lover, comment your comments down below. Do you collect autographs? Have you been to California? Have you been to the UK? Sav is over in the UK. He sends me some stuff from time to time. And some of you are in the UK that comment. I read try and read all the comments. I try and comment or reply back as much as I can. So I appreciate y'all. Keep collecting.